Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another fragrance video. And as you can tell from the thumbnail, you are in for a special treat because who doesn't like to save money? I know I do. And in these times that we're living in, we could all use a little extra cash in our pocket. And this is a great way to do it. I love inspirational fragrances or clone fragrances or dupes, however you want to say it. That's what we're talking about today. And who wouldn't want to buy YSL's Tuxedo, this bad boy right here, on a budget? Frankly, this fragrance is getting hard to find and getting a little out of hand on price as well. So before I dive deep into the video, let me first tell you that these two fragrances that I'm talking about today, the first one I'll be talking about is tailor-made. And then the second fragrance I'm going to be talking about is called High Ground. And as you can tell, the name of the company is called Barrett Fragrances. And my good friend Ross Barrett sent me these fragrances. So full disclosure, these were gifted to me, so I want everybody to know that right off the bat. I'm going to give you my honest impressions, okay? So thank you so much, Ross, for sending me these fragrances. If you guys don't know, it's called Barrett Fragrances, and I'll put a link down below. And that way you guys can find them easy and shop around and look around and see if you can find a fragrance that you like. And I think if you go to the website right now, not only do they have free shipping, but they also have a 30% promo code as soon as you go on the site, so you can save 30% off already cheap fragrances. And one of the things I know about Ross Barrett is he wanted to start a fragrance house where you could smell really, really great, like some of your favorite luxury niche fragrances that are really high end, but not pay all that money. So that's really a good mission statement for him. And I know some of you are here for that. I know some of you don't like that. That's fine. You can tune out or go to another channel, whatever the case may be. But I know a lot of my listeners, a lot of my viewers love to save money, and I'm here for it. So first one I'm going to talk about is, like I said, the best way to save money on YSL Tuxedo. I've got the solution, and it's this one right here, Tailor Made. Let me go ahead and put the bottle on the screen, and I will read you the ingredients that are in this fragrance. All right, on the top, you've got violet leaf, coriander, and bergamot. In the heart, you've got rose, black pepper, lily of the valley, and then you've got patchouli, ambergris, and bourbon vanilla. And here we go. Let's go ahead and spray this fragrance on skin. And for all of you who would like to know, this Perfume concentrate, and also this fragrance can be found on the website for $54.99. And like I already stated, there is a 30% code. As soon as you go right to the website, it'll announce what the code is and put it in and save a little bit more money on your fragrances. All right, let's spray this one. Probably didn't need 2 sprays. But as you can tell right away, it's leaving a little too much, but it leaves a nice little oily, film on the skin, really nice and shiny there. Now, the first thing that jumps out to me when I first smelled this fragrance, because I was trying to see, it is inspired by YSL Tuxedo. I was trying to see what are some of the differences. And one of the first differences that I get is I feel like the rose on this one is dialed up just a little bit more than the original. This is slightly sweet and spicy. And if I were to say how close Tailor Made is to YSL's Tuxedo, I would say this is about 70 to 80% there to YSL Tuxedo, about 70 to 80%, which is not bad, okay? They're not going to be perfect. They're not going to be spot on. But for my experience, it's about 70 to 80%, and that's not bad for 55 bucks, as opposed to this one, which is close to 400 bucks and darn near hard to find, okay? I know you guys can testify to that. This fragrance is getting really hard to find. So why not go to a fragrance house where it's easy to find and it's really, really cheap. So far, I'm smelling the rose dialed up a little bit, like I said, slightly sweet, slightly spicy. Of course, this fragrance, as you know, is perfect for the fall and winter. I feel like this one can be worn all year round, but it does really, really well in that fall, winter. This is the kind of fragrance that for anybody who is looking to step up their game, to get a little bit more confidence, it's a confidence booster. Now, you already have to have confidence, so you're not going to spray it and get instant confidence, right? But if you've got the confidence and you spray this, this is going to carry you through your special occasion, whatever that case may be, a board meeting, a suit and tie, whatever the occasion is, this is definitely going to do it. Where I have a problem with this fragrance, because I don't think it's completely 100% perfect, is it's light on projection. Now, that may be a problem for me, but it may not be a problem for you. There are some people out there, believe it or not, who don't like their fragrances beast mode. They like their fragrances nuanced. And I would say this one is a little bit light, a little bit more airy than the original. But I mean, all the same DNA is there and the original YSL Tuxedo, and it's so good. And I do like how this one is a little bit more rose forward, in my opinion. I'm not going to tell you how long it lasts because this is just kind of a first impressions. But right out of the gate, for my money, this is a good place to put your 55 bucks. If you can't find YSL Tuxedo and you've been looking for it and want to know a good dupe or inspiration, this is definitely it right here. Give this one a try. I'd say this projects in about an arm's length. And like I said, this one is a little bit more nuanced, a little bit more lighter in projection. Doesn't come off as strong, the original YSL Tuxedo, and a little bit more rose forward in my opinion. So definitely like this fragrance. It's a great fragrance to have, and I'm going to be wearing this a lot when I don't want to waste this fragrance here. And that's another good, another good point. So if you guys already own this and you love the original, but you want to smell like this when you go out in certain occasions, and you don't want to waste a spray, buy a dupe, buy an inspiration, and then you'll smell like your favorite expensive fragrance and you won't be wasting sprays, especially when they're hard to find. All right, so the next fragrance I'm going to be talking about is Nishane Annie. I'll put the bottle right there in case some of you don't know what it looks like. There it is right there. Well, if you pay full retail, these bottles can be close to 300 bucks. If you go on discounters, they're a little bit cheaper. I'm aware of that. Of course, I have a decant that still hasn't turned into a full purchase. This is a decant from my good friend Chef Cants, and I got a decant from him, so I know what the original smells like. This is a beautiful, spicy, vanilla-forward fragrance, and I have got the answer to that one. If you want to save money, if you don't want to spend over 100 bucks or 200, 300, then why not go with a $54.99 plus 30% off, and you've got High Ground, and this is your answer to Nishane's Annie. And for those of you who love vanilla fragrances, which I love vanilla fragrances, this is going to be right up your alley. Let's put the bottle on the screen and I'll read you the notes. Okay, in the top for High Ground, you have ginger, bergamot, pink pepper, some green notes. Then in the heart, you've got cardamom, black currant, and Turkish rose. And in the base, you've got vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, cedar, patchouli, ambergris, and musk. All right, let's go ahead and spray this one. I really, really, really love this one. I feel like the spices are dialed up on this one way more so than in the original Annie. I'm really getting a lot of ginger, a lot of pink pepper, and a lot of cardamom. The sweetness from the vanilla and the benzoin is absolutely beautiful. It's there, and the creamy sandalwood, so, so good. This is the perfect fall and winter fragrance, perfect in any kind of cool weather. It's really going to project, and if you love vanilla fragrances, you're going to love, love, love High Ground. I'm sure some of you already love your bottle of Annie. Again, if you're looking to find a fragrance where you don't have to waste sprays and feel like you're going to run out of your expensive fragrance, definitely try High Ground. This is the perfect date night fragrance, perfect to go on out. It's got this nice, warming, beautiful vanilla-like scent that is so cozy. It's perfect to cozy up to your loved one, your significant other. You're going to love this fragrance. And like I said, the difference in this one to my nose is the spices are a little bit more dialed up with the ginger and the pink pepper and the cardamom. So, so good. I love this fragrance, guys. Now, again, and one of the things I will say about both of these fragrances, I just got these, so a little bit of maceration may need to take place. And who knows, these fragrances may change a little bit once they sit on the shelf with some time. Keep them out of the light, let them air out a little bit. They may change with time. Everybody in the family definitely did a smell test, and they're just a little bit more nuanced. They're a little bit more airy, a little bit more light, and not as strong as both of the originals. But again, some of you may be here for that. You don't like your fragrances to scream. You like them more nuanced. And I think you'll definitely like these fragrances. Again, I'd say this one is somewhere in the 70 range as far as being close, which is not bad for 55 bucks plus the 30% off, guys. So all in all, I've got a really good first impression of Barrett fragrances. I'll have to give them a little bit more wearing. I think Ross has done a fantastic job with what he's doing over there so far. I'll have to give them a little bit more wearing as far as how long they last and all that stuff. And I'd like to check back with them over time and see how the fragrances age and see how they do after they macerate a little bit. But overall, I've got a good first impression of these fragrances. Like I said, they're both, not spot on. They're both a little bit different in their own ways. Not exactly the same, but you can definitely smell the DNA of both of these fragrances with YSL Tuxedo and Annie. And I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. Like I said, free shipping anywhere in the USA. That is not bad. It's not a bad deal. You get a 30% coupon just for going to the site, and you're going to save some money on your fragrances. And I think you're going to find the customer service, how the fragrances are packaged. You may fall in love with this new indie, inspiration house, guys, because we're all looking for good inspiration houses. I know a lot of you asked me that in the comments, so definitely try Barrett fragrances. Shout out again to Ross. Thank you so much for sending me these fragrances. I think you got a good thing going. So thank you guys so much. I hope that this video was a help to you and added value. You'll leave a thumbs up because it'll really help me with the algorithm. I would love each and every one of you to be a part of my fragrance family, and all you got to do that is just hit that subscribe button down below, hit the bell notifications off to the side, and I hope wherever you guys are in the world that you are finding peace and happiness, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. I'll see you next time. Ciao.